One of the things you're going to be doing in this thought primer is you're going to be translating ordinary language statements into standard form categorical propositions. As I've indicated to you earlier, this skill is particularly useful to those of you who are going into fields that require keen communication and interpretation skills, like lawyers or therapists. Okay, so this part of the thought primer may be particularly useful to you this week. Now, some of these lectures we're going to be going over, they're going to give you some tips and tricks for dealing with particularly difficult kinds of situations. So I hope you take really good, careful notes as we work through these lectures. Okay, but let's start with something easy. Okay, I know that you read in chapter 2.4 of your course text that we can't have statements that lack plural nouns and consider those to be standard form categorical statements, because standard form categorical statements have countable nouns or noun phrases as both their subject and their predicate terms. So when we get a statement like this one, a bill is a notice payment is due, we see right away there's no plural nouns anywhere in the statement. So we have to figure out how to translate this. Maybe we come up with something like this. All bills are notices that payment is due. Notices that payment is due, those are countable. I can have 5 of those or 6 of those. Same thing with bills. That's countable. I can have 10 bills. Okay. Now, what about a statement like this? A rock is not alive. You got to play along here, right? How would you interpret this as a standard form categorical statement? Did you say something like, no rocks are living things? Oh, brilliant. You may have even said something like this, all rocks are non-living things. And either one of those is an acceptable interpretation of a rock is not alive, because those statements are just versions of one another. They have the same meaning. Okay. The thing you want to watch out for, though, is, did you say something like no rocks are living? Because living's not a countable noun or noun phrase. So if you did that, catch yourself, make yourself a little note. Always make sure the predicate term is a countable noun or noun phrase. Now, what about a statement like this? Roses are fragrant. A couple of possibilities occur to me. One is all roses are fragrant flowers, and another possibility is all roses are fragrant things. Okay? Either one of those works just fine, because fragrant flowers, fragrant things, they're both countable nouns or noun phrases. Now, what about this? There's an eyelash in my soup. It's not all soups, it's not no soups, it's not all eyelashes, it's going to be some. And either one of these works, because they're just conversions of one another. Maybe some eyelashes are things in my soup, or some things in my soup are eyelashes. That's kind of gross. I wish I wouldn't have ended with that one. All right, so moving on.